We welcome you to our soiree, those who've not logged in and those who will watch this live recording, and all we can say to you is come as you are, as a child of God, a child of love. We gather around this table not to impress you with holiness or saintliness, for I believe that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And you and I are children of a loving God. We may not like the word or to use the word God because of various religious men and women of different faiths who've used the name of God as a weapon of fear. Yes, of fear. And many of us, I know, I can only speak for me, being a traditional cradle-born Catholic, but I come now as a liberated Catholic Christian, and as a Franciscan, my heart guides me to embrace all faiths. So come with me to the table of a loving friend, our brother, our teacher, and our Anamkara, our soulmate, the cosmic Christ. But first, if you have a candle nearby, would you like to light your candle with mine? And we form a circle of light around this beautiful world, a world that needs our prayer and our positive energy. And we light the light in a beautiful little holder that is the holder of the 4 archangel princes, of the angel Bakwa, the divine blueprint given to my heart by Metatron in December 1999, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael and Juriel. So we light this light and our light in the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God Supreme, who loves life, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, who loves life, in the name of the Spirit, our advocate, the fire of life, in the name of Gaia, our beloved Earth Mother, who nurtures the divine life in all life, in the name of all faith traditions and none. They are the sons and daughters of the same God, and that makes them our brothers and sisters. In the name of spiritual diversity, on behalf of the brothers and sisters of the Teo community of Interfaith Franciscans, we welcome you. Yes, we do. We welcome you as your brother and sister to join us in agape. Let us be still, and as we close our eyes, we come in our vulnerability and in our availability to the Supreme, the one who is, the one who was, and the one who has come as the risen cosmic Christ in the Aquarian age, which is heart consciousness. And the moment we surrender our heart to the Supreme, we surrender our heart to the risen cosmic Christ. And the gift we are given is a very precious gift. It is the gift of heart consciousness. Whereas in the Piscean age, prior to December 21st, 2012, everything was processed by the mind. Now it is processed in the heart. Be still, for you are a child of God, and you are loved. Be still now. Let us focus on our first in-breaths. And as we breathe in, let them be non-labored, slow, healing in-breaths. Let us hold that in-breaths. And now let us release any tension, weariness, sadness, discouragement, maybe fear, into the arms of our beloved Gaia. Be still, you are a child of God. Be still and know that you are loved, you are accepted, and you have nothing to do, only surrender your heart to love. Come into the presence of God. Come and receive your gift, your precious gift. That gift awaits you. It is part of your sacred contract. Let us relax now and connect with the rhythm of our breathing. I'd like to share with you, if I may, our first quote, and it's from the Cosmic Christ. I am you. Peace is my gift to all who will be quiet, long enough to hear me. Love is my blessing when you stop to notice me in all things. Joy is my kindness, opening your heart to let my light in. Grace within your very being is how I comfort you. Let us reflect on those words. They are a gift from the Cosmic Christ to your heart. And now I would like to play this for you, and it's called I Will Love You All My Life by Charles Lansborough.
You're forever telling me I'm weak. When I'm criticized, I never speak. I prefer to turn the other cheek, but I will love you all my life. I can never do things right by you. I'm the kind of man who muddles through. You can find mistakes in all I do, but I will love you all my life. Something foolish happens, and you see, in the middle of it all, there's me. Seems I caused you so much misery, but I will love you all my life. All my life, all I own, everything is yours alone. Everything, my whole for you I'm wrong. You'll get nowhere fast with me alone. They keep telling me I don't belong, but I will love you all my life. All my life, all I own, everything is yours alone. Every day, my whole life through, I will spend loving you.
Praise you, God.
I will love you all my life.
Oh, that song, the words, don't they touch you in the heart? I will love you all my life, and I will love everything you do. And they are the words of those of us who have surrendered. I own nothing now before property, expensive clothes. I wanted for nothing, but today I own nothing material, not even the watch strap that cost £5, $7.50. I own nothing. It's been all given away, and yet I have everything. And the all in my life is the beloved that I ran away from because of fear. Fear because of religious indoctrination that convinced me I was useless, a sinner, no good. And then suddenly, through a breakdown, a serious mental health breakdown, with several years of struggling and learning to walk again, learning to trust myself and trust other people, and deal with agoraphobia and deal with fear, I am free, as you are free. And all that I own is the love of my God, that He could love me. When I think back to my selfishness, my stubbornness, my unwillingness to listen to my heart, I was a pompous pain in the butt. I was a ruthless nurse manager nicknamed the General, but we ran a good ship. But secretly I was unhappy. It was a front. I play-acted a role as if in a movie. Everyone thought I had it all, and the truth, I had nothing, because I was a rescuer, a person pleaser. But today, the people who knew me then, they wouldn't know me now. Well, for a start, I'm much older, but I'm a different person. I guess I'm the same inside, but I've moved on as you have, as we must move on. So let us see what Teresa of Avila has to say about prayer, because prayer is the link, not repetitive prayer, where you repeat the words over and over and over. Whilst they're important, such as the rosary for those of us who are Catholic Christian, and the mantras for those who are non-Christian, but repetitive prayer can so often stifle out the Word of God to our heart. I may be wrong, but if I engage in too much repetitive prayer, that's why our morning prayer or evening prayer when I'm on takes on a whole new concept. It has to do, because if it doesn't, then there's something wrong with me. Prayer has to be living, vibrant. It has to be a two-way conversation between your heart and God, but God's heart with your heart. And that can only be when we say in Irish, Dún the veil moshe the hole, meaning close the mouth and open the heart. Prayer is a way to self-knowledge and to knowledge of God. And there you have it. For Teresa, the lifelong search for and refinement of self-knowledge was a creed, a belief. She could not comprehend how a person could stop exploring her soul or exhaust her curiosity about what God wants of her. Though prayer can be simple, their power and mystery are not. Prayer unites your conscious self and your soul with God. It alters your consciousness, which allows you to enter the castle's 7 different levels of consciousness. Powerful. In prayer you open your soul to become available to God, available to listen, to receive, and more importantly, to be yourself. Prayer removes you from anger, from the chaos of ordinary concerns or even aggressive thoughts, and allows you to dwell on spiritual phrases and transcendent truths that lift your consciousness. Logically you would ask, said Teresa, but what sort of prayers should I say? What are the right prayers to get into my castle, my soul? Are some prayers more effective than others? Teresa addresses these questions as she describes 3 categories of prayers and how we progress through each one. For Teresa, repetitive prayer, such as saying the rosary or a mantra, is the most basic form of prayer, but it reflects a soul afraid to approach God. It reflects a prayer where one is afraid to approach God. When repeating words, you have no chance to listen or receive. And that is so true. The quieter we become, the more we hear, wrote Ram Dass, the modern mystic who wrote Be Here Now. The intention of repetitive prayer is to comfort you, which it does. I know when I say the rosary, the 15 decades of the rosary, there is such an inner joy honoring the Blessed Mother and thanking her and holding the people I love, past and present, living and deceased. But it's more about appeasing self than appeasing God. The intention of repetitive prayer is to comfort you, yes, which it does, but that comfort is self-generated, not a product of divine grace. Although repetitive prayers do not invoke divine guidance in the same way as a practice of contemplation and creative spontaneous prayer, they are certainly useful and blessed. As you begin your daily prayer practice, you can use them to help you make prayer time a habit. The prayer of recollection, as Teresa calls the first stage of prayer, is the higher form of prayer, to which you gradually progress from repetitive prayer. Let us be still and resume that on Tuesday evening. For now, I want us to just be still and listen to our heart, our teacher. And remember, for those of us who've been unwell or may be in pain, the best prayer I have found, especially in the last 2 years when I've lost a lot of my own mobility due to spinal compression, has been my pain. Rather than focus on the pain and the depression, severe that it may be, I ask God to use it as my unique prayer to God. Because in such moments, I'm not of a mind to want to contemplate God because of the distraction of being uncomfortable. So I turn it round by managing the dynamics of depression and chronic pain. And you know, it works. You're given an inner peace to embrace. But I don't advocate that for everybody, because you and I are different, and my journey is not your journey, and I have not got the right to walk in your shoes or tell you what is good for you. And here I want to play this for you. Relax now.
All I own, everything I do, I would surrender for one more tender night with you. All that's mine, all that I possess, struggled and paid for, I'd gladly trade for your caress. I live and breathe your memory every day. I'm so afraid in times you'll slip away. Here inside, forever you remain. I'd give up each pleasure, all that I treasure, if I could have you back again. I've dreamed of ways that could erase the wrong I've done, but everything I've tried has gone astray. Every night,
My Jesus,
somewhere in my sleep, my my dreams come true. I rendezvous with you. I keep
I praise you, my God. You are my God, and I love you. Bless each one of us. Touch us, Lord God. Fill us with your love.
I wish that I could change the way you feel and somehow bring it in to my ordeal. My heart sings his old refrain. I could recapture the joy and the rapture if I could have you back again. I could recapture the joy and the rapture if I could have you back again. If only I could have you back again.
And I dedicated that to all of you, but especially to our dear Miriam, who's been struggling and suffering. For I know at moments such as these, we need to know that someone we loved still cares for us, as Larry cares for you. I felt him here. I felt him in my heart, singing to you. So let us as brothers and sisters come together. Let us celebrate what we have, the gift of divine love, and that prayer isn't a chore for us. It's a gift from our heart to your heart to our heart to God. Let us ask the Christ to bless us now. In the presence of all the great masters, let us invite our beloved, the one whom we've dedicated our lives to, the one whom we have surrendered everything to, so that the world will be a happier, healthier, God-fearing, loving place, and where man's inhumanity to man will be a thing of the past. Let us emulate the wonderful life of Francis by seeing the beloved in the marginalized, in the downtrodden, and let us do the impossible for God by not losing heart. I now ask the cosmic Christ to bless you, because he is here and he's there with you. Let us be still. Let us celebrate that our life here is only short. Let us make the best of it by not focusing on the problems and the mistakes we've done and made, but let us look to the present and the future. God's miracle for us, to live, to be free, and to be an angel feather. Be still, my brothers and sisters, and for a moment now, invite, invoke, and ask the Christ to come into your heart and fill you with blessedness. It only takes one step, but it's one step that will change our life into eternity. Be at peace, for there is no greater love than to give your life for your friends. But Jesus said, I gave my life for you. Go and share my love with those whom you don't love. Be my hands, be my feet, be my beating heart. Namaste, Shalom, Inshallah, Paxit Bonum Om Shanti, Solo di Caritas, Paxit Bonum, Salacamaika, Ora et labore. Labor while you pray. And remember to pray for me. God bless you. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow night for our healing Monday night service.